shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time.
Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly and welcome to Katie's Food Carnival, Modern Retro Holiday Bites, Part 2. Last episode we did all kinds of fun cocktail party bites and designed some really retro current cocktails. How fun was that? This time we're going into the dinner party because in the 50s, dinner was just as important. Entertaining in your home became a way of expressing your own art. So we are going to jump into the Carnival kitchen and design the dinner party food. Let's go! Modern Retro Holiday Bites, the dinner party. This is extreme fun because we're going to do plate up with a variety of options for courses. First course, so retro, is Oysters Rockefeller. Let's make it and plate it. Here behind the scenes of the Carnival kitchen, I want to show you not only how to and some tips on making some of these delightful dinner party bites, I also want to show you plate up. So there's going to be two parts to each of this because plate up when you have a seated dinner is just as important as the item. We want to make sure it is presented beautifully and easily to eat. But let's get jumping in with these Oysters Rockefeller. I am going to show you the different sizes of oysters. There's large, there's small, there's medium. I'm going to take a medium, and when we shuck it right open, get that guy pried open, loosen it all up. That is going to be the base of your Oyster Rockefeller. The oyster, of course. Set the other side. How do we make a filling? Spinach is always better fresh. In today's day and age, try and get it fresh. A big, huge bag is going to wilt way down when you saute it. You don't even need to add water. Just add it to your pan. Once it starts wilting, the water will come out of those leaves and you can use those to reflavor. Add garlic, a little shallots, a little anise, which is a licorice flavored liqueur. It's going to pair beautifully with your oyster. We want salt, pepper, a squeeze of lemon, all into your spinach. That is going to make a beautiful addition. So once we have this seasoned spinach, we squeeze all the excess water and we put a little bit on our oyster. After that, what makes it that creamy consistency? Mornay sauce. We start with a roux, butter and flour. And once again, either anise or I suggest Pernod, another licorice flavored liqueur, to flavor it up, a little nutmeg and a little salt and pepper. That's all you need. Let's cream up that spinach. These can clearly be done in advance, not too far because you want those oysters to stay fresh and smelling like the sea, but you don't want too much hint of other flavor. And when they sit too long, you lose that freshness. We have panko breadcrumbs. Oh yes, that's going to add that crunchiness. Some Parmesan cheese. That's going to melt and make it ooey gooey. Okay, plating the food is eating with your eyes first, and it is so fun to do when you feel confident. What I want you to do is explore what your options are and have a plan in advance. It will ease your stress completely. 3 different possibilities I'm going to show you, and you're going to see how different each of those looks. So let's start with, let's say you want to serve maybe 2 Oysters Rockefeller, possibly a third each guest. That's a perfect size plate. The red is highlighted. What we can use to garnish, go get some evergreen and pine from your backyard. Don't worry that it's not edible. I know so many people here on shows, don't put it on my plate if I can't eat it. That is true. However, If it's in a vehicle like a shell, that rule's a little bit overridden. It can also act as just decorative, and I'm sure you can explain to your friends and family what they're getting into. A little lemon, and you are in business because all seafood goes well with lemon. So, option number 1. Okay, let's say you don't want to serve that much food. Small bowl on a plate. Doesn't have to be huge. It adds texture. It looks like it's more, but if you have a lot of courses, you don't want to fill up your guests. That is fabulously attractive and looking full-bodied, and then with your lemon, you're adding those same accents in case they want the acidity. It works every time. It appeals to the eyes. It looks lovely. Okay, again, let's say you just have white. Don't be afraid of just white. Let's utilize what we have. We can even use those lemons even more. You don't have that pine tree in your backyard, do you? Okay, well, let's go with the lemon. And we can do 1 and just do it lemon, or we can do a few. Set them around, scatter them. Gorgeous. Highlight again, another little lemon zest. That is so attractive, appealing, you're pulled together, and it's easy. You just enjoyed your party. You made these in advance, pulled them out of the oven, had your plates prepared, plated up quickly, and presented something gorgeous to your guests. That's being a 50s entertainer in a modern day.
And now that we've done that, we get to take a bite, because who doesn't love an oysters Rockefeller at the holiday season? It stays absolutely current every year, every decade, all year round. That Mornay sauce with the spinach is earthy and creamy at the same time, but I really love that Parmesan. And then the lemon garnish adds a little zest. I strongly recommend. Fun to eat at a party. It's a great first course because it's not too filling. And you can plate it, like we said, so beautifully. And if you don't like oysters, the scallops are gratin. Let's show these.
Let's say you're not such a fan of oysters, or you just don't really get your hands on them very often. What we can do is do another offering, which is scallops. And I'm talking about the big sea scallops. So fun, and the retro version of this that can be done in advance for a dinner party is a scallops au gratin. So easy to do in advance. Let me show you. You're taking your big scallops, you're slicing them in half, because oftentimes when you get them, they're about this thick. You definitely want to slice them in half and layer them. About 3 pieces is enough because they're very filling. Sear them just quickly in a pan, just to seal them. Honestly, about 10 to 15 seconds in a hot pan of butter. Take them out, lay them out, get your ramekin. Now this is where the fun begins, because all of this can be done in advance. We are going to layer our scallops, and you're going to see that I've already made the sauce. The sauce consists of butter, which we all love, garlic and shallots, a little tarragon, little white wine, a little lemon juice, salt and pepper, nice and thick. That is a beauty. I've already put some on them, as you can see, but I'm going to layer it again in both of these ramekins just to show. Now, one ingredient that many people hear a lot about, but they're not certain what it is panko. What is panko? Panko is a Japanese breadcrumb made from rice flour as opposed to wheat flour. And what does that mean to all of us? It's gluten-free. It's naturally gluten-free. So when we use panko, it's a fabulous option for anybody trying to stay away from gluten in today's society. That's very modern of us. So we're going to layer for crispiness. They also stay really crunchy when baked or fried. So that's another reason people would use them in their cooking. So that is going to be done in advance. Parmesan cheese adds the au gratin. Seafood and cheese, many people say doesn't go together, but in 1950s it did. and it's still under debate today. So I say, if you like it, especially with scallops in an au gratin stage, you're gonna love this dish. We're gonna be right back with the plate up because this is going to get creative with the ramekin. Okay, once you pull these from the oven, your guests are actually going to eat with their nose first. This smells so beautiful. If you could be standing where I'm standing and just the scent of the garlic and shallots and the lemon and white wine. Oh, these are a dish that's so craveable. I want to show you the same plating options because I'm assuming you don't have a whole bunch of other plates going on. So I'm going to show you this dish with different plating options. One of these on each, and then we're going to garnish. So because it's a white ramekin, I wanted you to see it against the contrasting options for you. Now, lemon with seafood, always a gorgeous accent for flavor, and on a white plate adds enough of a clean contrast. It's very inviting with the eyes. Once again, I'm going back to my pine because I think this is just way Christmassy, and it has a little scent of its own with that pine and pine cone. Again, you can cut it, trim it. You don't have to assume people are going to eat it. But that is decorative for the holidays. Once again, and for a little contrast and lemon accent, let's add some lemon. Anybody's going to be loving that plate. And for the textured plate, I think I'm going to try some of the larger lemons and take out those seeds for beauty. Nice layered look on there. And when your friends have them and they're warm, it's a decadent, buttery, lemony garlic treat with that crunch from the panko. It's bright and it's fresh from the seed. Next course, moving on. Plating salad. Retro salads are so much fun. Let's start with the wedge. A very retro salad is the wedge, done with a classic but yet modern twist with your plate up. Okay, I'm going to tell you some simple tricks. Take the core out of your head of iceberg and pull off those outer leaves. Cut into quarters. That is the base of your wedge. Plate design. Make your selections like I said in advance. You can go modern. You can go with your china. A base plate with a salad plate on top. Or just go with a cool little white plate. How do we decorate it? We're going to make this real simple. In advance, you have all your ingredients chopped. You take your gorgeous blue cheese creamy dressing, whether you buy it or make it. Nobody really cares unless it's just so it tastes good. Get enough on there, but that center dressing within the salad is what you want to see. That is the look of the wedge. Don't cover the whole wedge. Drape it over the middle. A tip. A great tip. Take crumbled blue cheese, a beautiful flavored one that you enjoy eating on its own is always welcome to any of your guests. This is the flavor that you're going to taste the most with the blue cheese. So make sure whether you like a mild or strong, you use something you like to eat. Little green onion chopped fine adds just that hint that accents the blue creaminess. Tomatoes are not usually in great season. However, little baby heirloom tomatoes, chopped fine, add color. I call them a confetti. And you just sprinkle those around in case your guests love them, hate them, whatever. They're not too intrusive, but they add that pop of color. You see how beautiful this is becoming. You can always add a little microgreen, given the fact that it's a salad. Other greens are welcome on the plate. That's your modern twist. Definitely a little darker green for those people who enjoy it is good. Maybe we'll skip that plate just so you have contrast. And who doesn't love their bacon, whether crumbled or whole? I like it in mini strips, so you can add a few. If you have vegetarians, don't put it on, but most people love it. And they look for it. If you want, you can crumble it, but like I said, it's excellent that way. Always top it with fresh ground black pepper. Normally, everything's salt and pepper, but there's enough salty elements on this salad to highlight the palate. There you go. Retro modern.
And as we all know, the wedge can be a little difficult to cut into, so I'm going to recommend you serve it with a steak knife. And just let your guests have at it with the proper equipment. That's absolutely unintimidating, inviting, and well thought out as an entertainer. And if you don't want this, I'm showing you how to do the Cobb.
Usually we would think that a Cobb salad could never be served as a course at a dinner party, but I'm going to show you through Plate Up how we can make it happen. The ingredients of a Cobb salad are welcome to everybody. It's retro and modern all at the same time. We love it. It's never been kicked out of the kitchen. Whether or not you decide to use chicken is up to you, but I'm going to show a couple things. One of the ingredients you'll love to see is egg. Separating the egg white and the yolk are ideal. Small little sections if it's part of a dinner party. You can have all the ingredients, just don't have too much quantity. You don't need a huge salad. The base of this salad is romaine lettuce. So what you can do is take your romaine and clean it, take it off the core, make it all dried out, lay it in paper towel in advance, then chop it and do a lot of this stuff so you're free to enjoy your party. Okay, so we've got our eggs, a little bit of scallion scattered throughout for flavor, because that's always a good addition to a salad. Just a teeny touch, like I said. Avocados cut in advance with a lemon juice squeeze will not turn brown. But everybody wants the avocado. All the ingredients are essential, but like I said, you just don't need too many. Tomato confetti again, in sections. One of the signatures of a Cobb salad is the sections of the different ingredients. We've got bacon, everybody's favorite. Crumbled bacon this time, okay? Infuse that salad, go for it. Don't put it on your vegetarians, don't forget. Okay, I'm gonna show you, you could do, like if you have a long time between courses, do a little bit of chicken. It's okay. People are hungry, you're talking, you're having your wine or whatever. Enjoy. Make it a section on the salad. Nothing is outer limits. And then crumbled blue cheese, just in a little section. If people don't like it, they can pick around it. But I think everybody's looking for it on their Cobb. The dressing is essential. Yogurt, lemon juice, garlic, fresh herbs, salt and pepper. We've got basically a garlic yogurt buttermilk dressing. Add a little buttermilk, cream it out, and serve it on the side so people can dress their own, because in the modern twist, there can be such a thing as too much dressing. And of course, the black pepper twist. Look at these plates. Another classic is the Waldorf, a fruit salad based with green apples, grapes, celery, and walnuts, and that classic Waldorf dressing, which is made of half yogurt, half mayonnaise. You can use yogurt or sour cream. Today, the modern twist is absolutely going to be yogurt. So let's do it. All right, apples, grapes, celery, like I said, and walnuts mixed together. There's lemon juice in our dressing and sugar that's been reduced with a little heavy cream. You decide how much crunch you want and if you want to mix it in, but if all your ingredients are done in advance, this process is easy to do when your friends are over. Dress it sparingly at first, not knowing how much dressing. You don't want to overdress the salad. So, once it's all mixed together, we are going to have some fun plate up. And this is what we do. Let's see. Spoon it into a colorful dish, one option. We can put it in a small bowl, option 2, or a bed of lettuce leaves. Always a good addition. This is an unexpected retro treat. It's fresh, it's crisp, you're gonna love it, your friends are gonna love it, and it's different. It depends on what your palate is expecting next in your meal. You can take some of the undressed grapes for garnish if you want. That's a beauty. And of course, the black pepper.
It's fun, it's exciting, and it's zesty. And very clean and crisp. A full palate cleanser. Let's see what's going on for entrees.
The entrees of the 50s were so incredibly creamy and decadent that sometimes we welcome them into our palate today. But with a little twist and a little extra garnish and a little fresh veggie lift, we can do a number of cool things. I am starting off with a lobster, mixing it with seafood, so a seafood Newburg. And it goes in the ever so classic Voula-Vent tower. You buy these, you bake them off in advance. Don't try and make them yourself. It's not one of those things. Just go buy, just make sure you watch them when you're baking and follow the instructions. But those are served room temperature. Now, your Newburg sauce can be made in advance. It's a roux-based sauce. Because it's creamy, butter and flour makes our roux. Then we add our heavy cream, a little bit of onion, and we get going on with some sherry and brandy in there. Those are the secret ingredients. A little touch of nutmeg for flavor. Once our sauce is made, we can hold that in advance. That can be made even the day before. Clean up your seafood, cook it, but don't overcook it. So take your lobster out of the shell, gorgeous chunky pieces. Leave the shell for garnish, that's super fun. Shrimp, fresh crab, scallops. Last minute on your stove, you heat your sauce, you mix in some of your seafood items just into that hot sauce. I kind of reserve the lobster because it's so decadent for on top because I want to show that the most. But let's get some of these other seafoods in here. Actually, I'm just going to take the whole amount because that works for me. Over seafooded, seafood Newburg is beautiful. I'm pairing this with some carrots that have ginger and honey. Very, very retros but current. When you overflow those Voula-Vents, oh, creamy decadence at its best because there's so much goodness and flavor in here that that's going to burst with palate pleasing flavor. I am talking. We can do a crab claw and a crab tail. Chunky, gorgeous, wonderful. Since I've paired it with the carrots, I'm seeing now that I need some color on my plate. So I have some handy peas, just simply buttered peas. I love to garnish with parsley, but accent peas and carrots, always a welcome treat. Okay, what else is on the horizon for us? Oh yes, the Steak Diane. And what is Steak Diane? Diane sauce is a beautiful blend of a demi-glaze. So if you cook down your beef bones, you've got that going on. And then mushrooms and onions and shallot and red wine into a nice, gorgeous mushroom gravy, if you see that. All you have to do, current twist on this one, use a beautiful filet. Get that filet nice and medium rare in advance. for your guests so you're not struggling in any way and just build on site. We're going to take some caramelized mushrooms and top it once again for extra drama and crunch and texture. Red pepper. Because this is kind of a brown plate, I've got red pepper nest with some peas in it for holiday color. Roasted tomatoes with gorgeous fresh herbs for brightness on the bouquet and the nostril. And some creamy pearl onions are so retro 50s. The base plates add a ton of color. Your white plates show your food. Okay, and last but certainly not least, I'm making our classic chicken a la king on egg noodles. Chicken a la king is a gorgeous combination of peas and mushrooms and chicken and peppers and onions. And when we layer this on here, we see once again a beautifully blended creamy sauce. But how do we make this one current? You're seeing your carrots and your peas again because those are traditional. The current modern twist you can offer are olives and our bacon and our phenomenal hot sauce. So if your friends get creative, crumbled bacon adds a crunchy, salty, bacony twist that everybody loves. Some people love to add olives, and olives are a 50s garnish. So you just want to have them available, great. And who doesn't love a bite with a little hot sauce? Now that is very modern. This is so fun. I am loving every minute of this 50s episode, and I am going to show you how enjoyable this one is. Your friends are gonna love you, and you're gonna enjoy your party. Let's go to desserts. I am loving the sweets of the modern retro dinner party. This is super cool. Holiday season brings sugar all around, and the 50s had some fun things that I like to bring back today. After a dinner party, you might just bring out the coffee and bring everybody into another room. Be prepared. Mugs can be very modern. Get as creative and easy as you want. Coconut bites. Toasted coconut squares are a gorgeous, moist, crunchy holiday bite. If you want something bigger, create a platter. Cookies work, gingerbread, sugar, frost them, have fun. It's all about the fun. Caramelized baked apples with a caramel glaze are always excellent in the holiday season because apples scream holiday. And baked down with enough sugar, raisins, and nuts inside, those are phenomenal. Lemon chiffon pie. Now I gotta take a bite because I gotta show you a piece. This is super creative and 1950s of me. I think you're going to see some chiffon that you have not seen in years. Look at that piece. Amazing. Amazing. And before me, pineapple upside down cake. Again, you're going to have to just see this. It exists with the maraschino cherry on top. Let me just show you. That is a flipped cake in all of its glory. So all that syrupy goodness gets flipped right over. And the really, really retro cherry angel food cake. Really bringing you back to the 50s. But with that color and that decadence, it's super fun and welcoming. Happy holidays, modern retro bites. I love it. Thanks for joining in the Carnival Kitchen. I'll see you next time.